Previously on Project IGI. Alright then, you cunt, I'm coming for you! Yes! Let me in, I'm gonna cut you. Let me in, you fucking bitch!
This was a major plutonium refining plant during the Cold War. It's now used for weapon research, anti-missile technology. There's the link with EK. The plant still houses a functional nuclear reactor. EK has taken control of the installation for sure. We spotted these soldiers moving about. Their uniforms are wrong. And see here? There's been gunfire recently. We'll put you down close to the perimeter. You must secure the inner compound surrounding the communication post.
Harrison, 4 of my men and myself will then come into land by chopper. I'm heading out to meet you now.
Once you have the comms post secure, we can access the plant's computer network. I'll find out what the hell she's done.
Hello and welcome back to Project IGI and... oh! Look at this! This is quite nice. It's all red and sunsetty. Gotta mind anything in a bunch of buildings. Let's see what we've got. We have a Glock, an M16, and 20 delicious rounds of Dragunov ammo. Watchtower with a chump there. A few people roaming around. Seem to be particularly drastic. Well, at least we don't have far to walk. Okay, we head a bit north. There's another structure there with some folk, and yeah, it seems to be pretty straightforward. Some kind of enclosed area for the big buildings. Checking the objectives, we have to clear out a landing site for Anya. It's a bit weird because it made it sound like they dropped us off and then flew away and they're just going to hang around until we clear the place out for them. Why they couldn't tag along and help me, I don't know. Okay, let's just get a move on. Off we go, and holy shit, what the fuck is that? Those look like cooling towers. Those things are fucking huge. My god, well at least we can see where we're supposed to be going. Looks like we got, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 4/5 areas to get through. Those are big. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, we've still got a ways to go yet. Bunch of folk we can snipe off, and Anya says we have to find the underground entrance. Huh. Check the map, there's a camera there. If you check the map and go up, this area just kind of ends in a boxed off section. If we zoom in, you can find a structure and a sign which reminds us of the entrances and exits of the previous castle level. And there's a similar structure over to the other side, so it's probably where we come out again. Alright, first thing is to get that camera. Good. Now we can kill everyone else. It's very tempting when you're first approaching this section to just snipe everyone that you see, but obviously there's a camera there, and if you weren't paying attention and checked in advance, then you'd be in a bit of trouble. But for now, we're just gonna have a look inside this warehouse. We'll take this entrance in. And we've got truck. We'll just make sure that there's no one else here. Yeah, seems to be clear. We've got a bunch of warheads and rocket things lying around. Well, Anya did say that this place was for weapons research and doing stuff to missiles, so I guess it kind of makes sense that all this crap's here. I guess this is where everything is shipped out from. They are very pointy. Oh. Would you just die? For fuck's sake. Oh, there's someone behind him as well. He's far enough away. Right, the embarrassment is over. Let's move on. Have a look in this warehouse. There isn't really much to do here, but there are some things we can pick up. A bunch of grenades. And some rifle grenades as well. These are very useful. And moving on up. Got what appears to be a fenced off and covered walkway. Got a few guys patrolling up and down that. Looking at the map and... hold on. Oh, there's a guy coming up to the corner. Let's see if we can cut him off. Whoops. That could have gone a lot worse. Right, before we actually go off on the walkway, we'll have a... oh. Ah. Not gonna get me this time. Right, we'll make this a surgical strike. We'll get... oh shit. Fucking guys always interrupting. Oh, now he's tipped them off. Somehow I don't think that this clip of M16 ammo is really making up for the 2 grenades I've lost. Nothing else to find here. Of course, those guys aren't meant to just stay in the barracks for the whole time. At the very beginning, if we set off the alarm, that's either by the camera seeing any of the guys getting killed or using the alarm switch. Five guys in total come running out of the barracks. Follow what appears to be one of them here. It's actually, you can see it spawning off. Some other guys are all running in the same place. And eventually take up positions that make your life extremely difficult. Of course, that doesn't mean that they aren't just as big a threat when they're inside the barracks. Wall hacking motherfucker. Uh-oh. At least we're safe back here. Ah! Yeah. Moving swiftly onwards. We can make great use of our sniper rifle here. Quite a distance to take these guys out from. Hold on a minute. It doesn't help that fences are near invisible at a distance. Fire all day through this thing and we still won't damage him. Sometimes you'll get lucky and kill him, but most of the time it'll just frighten him a little bit. Right, there we go. And there was another guy roaming around, we'll clear him out. Something a bit weird, we'll shoot this guy and we seemingly have no problem shooting through 2 fences for him. And that guy decides to go for a run. All the way through the office and out to the other balcony. Right, maybe there's a nicer view. The underground entrance is just over there, but wait, we're gonna go inside this building first. Hit the switch for the lift and go inside here. No, doesn't appear to be anything around here. bit of a bust, and oh! Aha! I'll take that, thank you very much. We nip upstairs, and there doesn't appear to be anything going on at all. Going to the rear balcony, we get a bit of an advanced view of where we're going to be coming out when we get out of the underground. It's the watchtower there, not really much else. Back outside again, and looks like we have to go around the building to get in through the entrance that way. This area is just kind of fenced off on this side for some reason. Goes all the way to the end. But with a little bit of gymnastics, we can actually do a bit of fence hopping. Nope. No, not that time either. Disco. You may have seen this in the previously on bit at the beginning. If you land on the fence just right, you can bounce off it if you hit the jump button at the right time. Also helps to negate some damage too. That's a very big mountain. It looks very nice. There's another one over there. I wonder. So come with me, I'm gonna go and see the big rock candy mountain. Ain't no mountain high enough. So close your eyes on Hushabye Mountain. The shadow from the starlight is softer than a lullaby. Rocky Mountain High! The mountains in this level are very steep, and you'll probably not be able to get on top of them. There's a couple of tricks you can use though. If you hold forward against the mountain for long enough, eventually you'll be able to climb some slopes. It takes a long time. And another way is just to hammer the absolute shit out of the spacebar. Eventually you kind of, things will be a bit wonky and you'll kind of glitch it. It'll be like a Quake 2 double jump kind of thing. And then you'll be able to climb the mountain that way. Eventually you'll get to the top and you'll be able to survey the entire area and see how great it looks. Absolutely stunning. And then... yes. Oh, I almost made it. Seems like it would take about half an hour to do that. What a waste of time that would be. Into the underground entrance, and it's fairly standard. There's no one inside, and for once the lift is actually at the top and we don't have to wait for it to arrive. Okay. On we go. Before we venture into that part of things, we'll take a step back and we'll do the usual thing of trying to glitch the stairs on this building. This time, however, there is no hole in the ground for us to fall through. We end up just landing on the terrain itself. We're still below the steps, and it does allow us to do a little bit of stuff that we shouldn't be able to. Looking over to where the underground entrance is, you can see a big hole in the ground, and that's obviously where the lift shaft goes. Here I'm just making an attempt to actually get over to that hole in the ground and see if we can fall down it, but as soon as we step out the bounds of the building, we're back onto normal things. There isn't one over on this side, so that means that we really can't get under the ground to where we were in the previous times we glitched this particular building. We can go over to the lift shaft though, and we can poke our head inside. But as you might expect, once we get in, there's absolutely no way out. Let's see if we can throw a grenade and get it to clip up through the floor. And the grenade appears to be shit too. Right, just make sure this time, let's do a grenade and get a rifle grenade in there too. Perfect. On our way down, Anya tells us that we need to make our way through this underground section. Try to kill as soon as we step out. and that alerts someone else who'll be along pretty soon. What you'll find here is that this section is a brief taster of what you're going to be getting for the final level. This level serves as a kind of transition level from between the exterior, outside, roam about and do what you want levels to just sitting around indoors and running through tunnels all fucking day. We move forward enough so that two guys saw us and they're giving chase, so we're going to run back here. This door won't close because there's a corpse in the way, and that's a reasonably good touch to have in. It's always a good idea to run away from the two blokes you see in the area ahead of us. Here I am trying to escape, but I left the door closed and paid for it with my life. Cursory check of this room shows that we've cleared it out. We'll be seeing a lot more of this particular room. In fact, all of the rooms that you see on the way here we're going to be seeing over and over again. Well, almost all of them. There's a unique one at least in here, but we'll see that when we get to it. We will, however, see a few of the tricks we'll be seeing in the last level too. This is one of them. Usually these guys would actually be alerted and come chasing us. It's not often that they're still standing here. Stay there. And a couple of reminders here about just how difficult the game is getting at this point. If the enemy is running and shooting, you're going to die. Here's something fun you can do. Shh. Be very quiet. I'm hunting gobshites. Hakiba! Get through the door, and we've got a bunch of computers, desks. And on this desk we have... Ooh! Ooh! Sit down. And you. Of course, sometimes it doesn't go quite the plan. Okay, we've got a choice to make. We can go left or right. And the map is no bloody help at all. Whenever we get underground a certain distance, the map just switches itself off. So let's go left. Take a look at a pretty unique room. It's the only time you ever see it in the game. And as you might expect, it's completely useless. Nothing hidden in any corners. There's just some sort of machinery panels knocking about. And we've got some kind of valve, whatever here. A bit of jumping, we can get on top, but we can't do anything with it. Makes me think that this must have been for some sort of alternative mission objective, but again, it has no purpose here. Lame. Now it's time to get into something that isn't just tunnels all the time. This time we've got a room with a bunch of stuff in it. This gets repeated again. But yeah, at least it's not just this cylindrical tube we're running down. Of course, that's not to say that immediately after it there's another tube. I hope you're getting used to seeing this because it's gonna be very frequent. Well, that could have gone better, but believe me, it's gone a lot worse. Get off me! And beware the ever dangerous running AK'er. the ruckus we've caused has attracted most of the soldiers from the other rooms, so we can pretty much kick back and wait for them to come to us. And just in case you're ever in the market for building some sort of underground base, try and make sure you contract someone who can actually fit your rooms together. I mean, exits into the void is very unsightly and speaks of just bad craftsmanship. I'm probably going to contact the Union about this guy. This is the last of the big rooms in the underground section. We'll soon be leaving. The guy we just saw rarely moves until he actually sees you. Nothing else here. But before we go, I thought I'd try my own hand at redecorating. Dash of red here and maybe a dash of red over there. Just sort of paint the surfaces a little bit. There we go. I think it looks a lot more homely. Maybe I should stick to shooting. Not that my shooting's any better. Okay, the last tunnel we have to go through. Depending on where we shoot this guy, we can alert the guy ahead of us. Get him here, that's within range of the guy who's through the door. He's currently spazzing out, running back and forwards. And just to show again that these doors will not close if there's a corpse in the way. Just check up the list here yet. Okay, oh. Oh well, never mind. I should just have to take my word for it. Up we go! Super speed! Okay, we should be at the exit building now, in this new section of the map. Quick check, and yeah, we're over here. Bunch of guys. And off to the right leads off here. Right, okay, yep, we're in the right place, definitely. Last quick look, just to make sure everyone is. Let's go murder them all! Proceed to the communication section. Okay then. In this game, the jackhammer makes you really feel like a big man. Like a huge guy. Oh, shit. Okay, let's just patch up that little tiny wound. Let's pretend that never happened. On our way out, we can see another tiny little bit of the void. It's nothing much, probably just a vertex off a unit or two, nothing serious. All the major opposition is dead, so we can take a look in these warehouses. One on our left has nothing inside, all the goodies are in this one. Well, if you can call them goodies. Inside there are a bunch of flashbangs and a bunch of grenades. Should have just stayed in bed. We've got a pair of barracks and some sort of covered walkway there. Yep, map says there's a guy over there, so we'll get rid of him. And then we'll speed up fanning around in this barracks. Slow down for this. Lovely tasty health, always welcome. This covered walkway, or shelter as it's called in the map, there's a guy over there. This is just a collection of shipping containers. They're laid out in a kind of maze. Can weave our way in and out and around all of those. Unfortunately, there's nothing to pick up at all. I don't know why you bother coming through when you can just walk around the whole thing. Before we move on, we're just going to stop and take a look at the humble watchtower. This is the last one we will see for the entire game. It served us well. It's always been populated by complete wankers and always put in places just to fuck us over. But we'll miss it nonetheless, won't we? Well, we're up here. We can take a dive onto the warehouse. Now what I'm going to show off here is something to do with the walls with the barbed wire fence on top. Now this isn't like the resupply level where we could walk along on top of the wall in spite of the barbed wire. Okay, we'll we'll make the jump over. Okay, let's try that again. If we try and stand on top on any other barbed wire in the game, we end up sliding off because the surface is curved. It's one little way that the developer stops you from running on top of walls, I guess. Here's something else that's been present from the beginning, but probably no one else noticed. If you check the rungs of the ladder and the crossing planks of wood and the watchtower itself, you can see that the sorting's wrong. It keeps swapping back and forwards between which is rendered first. Yeah, probably nobody cares, but that's the sort of stupid thing that I noticed. Well, we have the warehouse nearby. If we manage to jump off this right, we can clip through the roof and the wall and end up under the floor of the warehouse. See, I'm just crouching along, walking along the actual floor of the terrain and not the warehouse. Not really anything special, it's just a little weird. One time I managed to jump onto that same warehouse roof, but just fall straight through and land on one of the boxes. It was very odd. It didn't take any health damage or anything like that. Yeah, we can mosey around, run if we want to, and eventually just leave. And I finally figured out how the grenades work. It doesn't matter how fast you move or what sort of momentum you have, that has no bearing, or seems to have no bearing whatsoever. All that matters is how long you hold down the fire button for. If it's just a tap, it'll be the most pathetic lunge you can ever manage. But if you hold the button down for a while, it'll fucking go like the clappers. Let's see if we can arc it up and over the fence. No, that didn't work. Let's try it with momentum behind it, and... Oh. Well, I'm sure it went really far. Hey guys, guess what? End of part 1! Get out, I need to clean this place up.